Hi everybody, I am very excited to introduce a brand new marble resin technique tutorial. It's been a while since I've made one and I get so many requests on how to create my marble resin pieces. So I thought I would do a fresh brand new one for all my new subscribers. I think last time I made one of these videos I had maybe 400 subscribers and now we are over 2,400. So thank you so much for being here and I'm very excited. So first off, I just want to show you some of the equipment that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to use a T-Expert leveling table. As you can see, there is a leveler built into the machine, like into the table. So you can adjust it to make sure that your table is perfectly flat. And then I'm also going to be using Resinier's curing machine. So this is the base. As we go through the video, I will show you the rest of it. But this is going to cure our resin in 2 hours instead of the 24 hours. Today, I'm going to be testing out Resinier's one-to-one resin as well for this marble piece. So I have not used this resin for creating marble resin pieces yet. So hopefully it's going to turn out. We also will need a infrared thermometer. This is going to tell us the temperature of our resin because that is key to creating the marble resin pieces. We will also be using pigment paste as well as inks as well as mica powders, but I will get to all the colors that we're doing next. Okay, I am back with all our supplies. So we're gonna go with this mica powder. Okay, so this is the bronze mica powder. There's the brand there, Art and Glow. And then we're gonna go with the white pigment paste from T-Expert. We're gonna go with alcohol ink in a ocean green. You can probably use any brand of this. And then we're gonna go with the chameleon mica powder in this grape color. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so we're gonna move those to the side. And then I'm going to do a ring holder using this mold. And then I'm gonna do this coaster, or maybe I'll turn it into a bowl, we'll see. But I just wanted you guys to get the full look of the marble effect when pouring it into a larger space. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we are gonna pour our part B into our cup, equal parts. So let's do, what should we do? We'll do 6 milliliters today, or 6 ounces. Yeah, this is milliliters on this side. So that's why I love these measuring cups, because it tells you exactly where and how to measure. So I'm gonna pour in 3 ounces. Keep going all the way up to the 3. Okay. Good. And guys, for this video, I'm not gonna speed anything up. I'm gonna do it in real time. And then this is the part A, because I just think it'll make it easier for you to follow along if we do it in real time. And we're pouring this till it reaches the 6. I like to pour B first. Sometimes B is a little bit thicker, but this resin brand, the consistency felt the exact same. Okay, we're going with a wooden mixing stick, but I usually use plastic or silicone. See, look, there was a little bit of, we'll get that after. There was a little bit of packaging from the lid of the resin. So you can see the consistency of this resin is thinner than my other brand that I use. So to make my other resin pieces, I was using T-Expert, and sometimes I was using Let's Resin, and sometimes I was using J Diction. So those are the other three that I was consistently using. And they have a thicker consistency, so we will have to see if the marbling effect works with this brand. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I will not, I did say earlier that I was going to make sure that I do it in real time, but the only thing that I won't do in real time would be the mixing, because as you can see, there's quite a bit of mixing left to do, and you're probably going to get really bored watching me mix resin. But before I speed it up or transition to the next clip, I'm going to show you guys that, see all these lines? Can you see the lines? So this means your resin is not mixed up. And when I mix my resin, so I like to do it just like this, or you can even do some figure eights. And once you don't see any more lines, then I go around and I scrape the sides like this. So I'm getting, and you can see the resin pulls, like anything that's not mixed up is going to pull to the center. Can you see those lines? Okay, and then I mix that up again, and then I scrape the sides again. And if you guys find this video helpful, please share it with someone else who's trying to learn, even if they're brand new to resin, because I am showing you how to mix up the resin. But feel free to share it out to your friends who are also learning this spectacular art form. Okay, so another thing I do once it's mixed up like this, I'm gonna scrape my stick, because there will also be unmixed resin on the side of your stick. Okay everybody, so our resin has been all mixed up, and what we're going to do is let it sit to heat up. First, I'm going to show you guys the temperature of this resin. Okay, so 79. So it needs to heat up to about 94. So what we're gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna let this sit, and then I'm gonna probably let it sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna be pouring it into my cups, okay, where I will be placing my pigments, my colors. All right, we have this. We have this one, we have this one, and so 2 mica powders, 1 ink, and 1 paste. And maybe if there's enough, I will keep some for a clear. Okay, so we're gonna wait and we're gonna come back. Okay, we are back. So, oops. I'm gonna do another check. Oh, see, we are already moving up. Okay, so let's start pouring it into our cups. And I'm gonna do even amounts. I know sometimes people are asking how much resin in each cup. And I'm gonna do, I realize I probably didn't make enough resin for both of those molds that I have put together. So I realize I'm gonna do a little bit less in this one, and that's gonna be for this, the bronze. And I'm gonna keep a little bit of clear just to the side for right now. Okay, so let's go with the purple. We're gonna use this one. We're gonna move these to the side. Okay, and we have purple. Holy moly, sorry guys. Okay, we have it here. I'm gonna scoop a generous amount, maybe a teeny bit more, and let that go right to the bottom. I may add some ink to this depending on how I like how this purple looks. So again, this is the Let's Resin brand. Yeah, so see, I think I'm gonna add some ink to give it just a little bit more richness. Just one drop of ink. So that is mixed. I'm gonna sit that down. And I'm gonna go with a Midnight. This is kind of like a purpley blue. One drop. I'm gonna scrape the sides. What are we thinking of this color? Okay, so that is that color. And then the next one we are going to do, so let's move that one to the side. We will go with this green. Put one stick down there. So this is going to be a very transparent versus opaque, right? So it's going to be a see-through kind of color. I can already feel the resin heating up, which is great. But we're going to have to work fast, make sure our colors get mixed up. Like I said, this is the first time I've been working, or that I have worked with this resin. So I have to, each resin brand does have a working time, and I don't know the full working time of Resinier's resin. So I'm just off to the side so the all the mica dust doesn't go in my other colors. I will come back. There you go. Okay, very well mixed up. A little bit on the side, that's okay. Mix it up really well. And by the way, everybody, I am in an outside garage right now in a very well ventilated space. So it's basically like out in the open. The garage doors are open and lots of air circulation is in here. Okay, there we have the copper color. Okay, and then we are going to mix up our white. And that's going to go there. And where is it? There it is. So this is the paste. Okay, so a couple squeezes there. And now we mix up the white. Again, all resin, when you are mixing in your pigments, have to be mixed very well. And again, I am doing this in real time. So feel free to fast forward if you need to, or keep at the same pace as I'm going. You could really do this with me at the same time. Okay, let's set that down. All right, so here's all our colors mixed up. I forgot, I also use a heat gun. So this is the one that I have. I can put all the links below the video. Most of my stuff is from Amazon, but this Resineers brand sent me, they have their stuff on Amazon as well as their own website. And I do have a code. If you use my name, Art by Malhotra, you will save 15% off. And it's a little bonus to keep my page going and supported. Okay, so I'm gonna use the heat gun just to get out any bubbles that came to the top. You have to be careful that you don't burn your resin at this stage. Okay, so let's do a temperature check. Oh, perfect. Need a little bit more. Almost perfect. And need a little bit more. Funny how certain colors take a little bit longer to heat up. I'm sure there's some science behind that, but I'm not quite sure. So to the touch, these feel, they are warm to the touch. So these ones were perfect. I'm gonna take these out, and these two, I'm gonna put inside my curing machine for maybe a minute. So let me just put the power on, and it's gonna go. It's just gonna like heat them up for a little bit longer. Okay, we are gonna get ready to pour into our cup. We have some, yep, 95s, 97, and let's get going. So we're gonna pour just like that. Let's do some white, just a little bit there. Let's do some green and some of the bronze. I'm gonna go now on the other side. We're gonna go with white down the side, not too much. Let's go with the purple color this time. Let's match it with the bronze. Again, you can go with any colors you want. I'm gonna put a white in there and then the green. So that's looking pretty cool. I'm gonna keep layering. So I added the purple. Let's go with a little bit of white. More of the copper. No, is it copper or bronze? And the green. I think this is the last of the purple. I'm gonna go with this mold as well as this mold. So I'm gonna start by pouring a bit in this one first. Okay, the reason why I did that is because I wanted to start it, like to get it started. I'm gonna go. All right, there we go. Now, I can see that the marbling works slightly different than some of the other resins that I've used, but it's still gonna turn out. All right, here's the other one I just poured. So because this is a taller mold, this is gonna have to go kind of to the edge. Now, I still have a little bit of resin left, and I think that, let's see if my table was perfectly level. Okay, there we go, guys. I'm now going to, I have some extra resin. Next up, I'm gonna use my heat gun. Pop any bubbles. That is looking very cool. Maybe we'll do I mean, it's most likely not gonna cure like this, but you never know. With the curing machine, it may stay as is. Now, I don't know if I want to add a little bit more resin, but what do we think so far, guys? So let me kind of zoom in. There we go. Okay, so I have made 3 projects with this pour, and we are now going to put the top of the Resineers curing machine, just like that. And then we will press the power button, 2 hours, and we will walk away. And we'll come back in 2 hours. Okay, we are back after the 2 hours, and we are going to demold our pieces. So this one is solid. This one is also solid. Now this one is a little bit bendy. It's cured, but it's a little bit bendy, but look at how it changed. Looks fantabulous. All right, let's take this one out first. And should I make this into a bowl? Maybe. Okay, everybody. Oh, wow. Whoa. That is very cool looking. What do you think? Which side? Wow, they are both really cool. Okay, that's the first one. The second one. Oh, wow. That is a very cool pyramid. And now the last one. This one may be a little bit tricky to, oh, look at that. So pretty. Wow. Yes, I love it. There we have it. So we have a ring holder, a pyramid, and then you know what? I think I should make this into a bowl. So I'll show you guys how I'm gonna do that. All right, everybody. We're gonna go with this side. So see how it's very bendy. So we're going to push it into our bowl, just like that. Make sure it's centered. And that's it. We're going to leave it.